Each year there's always one sled that seems to stand out above the others, and some years this sled stands out by a bunch, other years not so much. But for 2021, there is no question which is the standout sled above them all, and it's Polaris' brand new Matryx VR1. The Matryx platform, and in particular the VR1 edition like this one, take the Polaris ride experience to the next level. During development, Rozo left no detail untouched to optimize absolutely everything with this new sled, and it shows. Everywhere you look, from the new bodywork to hand grips, there have been improvements. Obviously the new bodywork is the most noticeable when you first feast your eyes on the Matryx. Now in pictures this thing looks pretty good, but in person it's absolutely stunning. Now to begin with, the new bodywork is wrapped much tighter on the chassis, but despite this, it's been sculpted to flow the air around you as a rider, giving you much better wind protection when compared to the old Axis platform. As you look around the body, you can begin to pick out the subtle details that have been elegantly built in to produce that pocket of air that you ride in behind the bars. And it's not marketing hoopla either. It is absolutely noticeable at speed. Sitting here in the captain's chair, it's like you've taken the blue pill and become part of the Matryx. I mean, your lower half just clicks into this thing. This intuitive riding position is also helped out by a console that's now 4.8 inches narrower than the Axis. And this also brings your kneecaps 3 inches closer together as well. This promotes effortless body English inputs that have an immediate impact on handling. On the snow, flat cornering doesn't even begin to describe the carving ability of the Matryx. Of course, the Axis was one of the best in the business when it came to ride and handling, and everything Polaris baked into that chassis, they put into the Matryx. Only here, it's better because of how you ride it. Looking a little closer to the snow, the VR1 option gets you Walker Evans velocity shocks on both ends of the machine and the middle. Then there's the familiar race IFS leading the way out front, and the proven Pro CC rear suspension out back. Now both of these suspensions will look very familiar to their Axis versions, but have been tweaked for the Matryx. Another holdover from the Axis is the same 850 Patriot engine that's in this particular Matryx. We've come to absolutely adore this ripper of a mill in past sleds, and we feel the same here. Now there is a new 650 option as well, but that will be for another burn. Paired to the Matryx, the 850 is all we've come to expect out of the Patriot power plant, but with the improved riding position, just like everything else with this sled, it's dialed to 11. From the initial throttle tip-in, the 850 will pull hard right past the C note, or backshift with pleasing effect when pulling the trigger out of a corner. Then, the whole shebang can be perfectly slowed up with the new Stealth braking system. The VR1 also integrates some of the most in-depth technology we see on the snow with their exclusive 7S display. Glove-friendly, this system can be configurable to display the vital gauge information that you choose. And it's also Bluetooth enabled to pair with your phone, so you can listen to music or make phone calls if you have a communication device on your helmet. It's also loaded with Polaris Ride Command that connects your ride group together and delivers extensive GPS data right to the display. In addition, the smart warmers for the heated grips and throttle are controlled here. This is a new system exclusive to Polaris that they developed to precisely set the temperature of your hand heaters. This system even recognizes that if one side is cooler than the other, it'll send more power to that side to compensate. I swear, this system is smarter than I am. The 2021 Matryx takes Polaris to a whole new level in the snowmobile industry with the amount of improvements and refinements that they've made to this model. Now, the old Axis was and still is an excellent snowmobile that everyone here at OSM and STV absolutely loved riding. But the reality is, that old Axis just got swallowed up by the Matryx.